Hello students, today we are going to learn about ADCC, that is antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity that kills the cell. Let us understand what is ADCC. We are already aware about natural killer cells. The linking of antibody bound to a target cell, example viruses, infected cells of the host, with the Fc receptor of the number of cell types, particularly natural killer cells, can direct the cytotoxic activities of the effector cell against the target cell. That means the virus infected cells which are there in the body can be killed with the help of natural killer cells with the help of ADC. C. They link the antibodies bound to the target cell with the Fc receptor of the natural killer cell. In this process, called antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity, that is ADCC, the antibody act as a newly acquired receptor, enabling the attacking cell to recognize and kill the target cells. That means the antibody which is already there in the body, they will acquire the new receptors to recognize the virus or the any antigen which is entering the body, and this is called as what? ADCC, the receptor, the newly receptor which is formed on the antibodies. And this antibody, once they attack the target cell or the virus infected cell, they release the cytotoxin there to kill that cell. Now let us understand what is hemoglobin. The short form for hemoglobin is IgG. Now, hemoglobin, the most abundant class in serum, constitute about 80% of the total serum in hemoglobin. Now we know the blood is in itself is divided into serum and plasma, and serum constitute of hemoglobins. Now this IgG molecule consists of 2 gamma heavy chains and 2 kappa or 2 lambda light chains. There are 4 human IgG subclasses distinguished by differences in gamma chain. So we have constant region sequences and numbered according to their decreasing average serum concentration. So we have 4 IgG subclasses which are differentiated depending in the differences in their gamma change, that is the constant regions, according to the decreasing average of serum concentration. So that's why we have IgG1, IgG2, IgG3 and IgG4. Now let us understand what are the functions of each IgG. The subtle amino acid The subtle amino acid differences between subclasses of IgG affects the biological activity of the molecule. So the difference, even the smaller difference in the IgG affects what? The biological activity which is taking place inside the blood. So let us understand what they actually perform the function. So we have IgG1, IgG3 and IgG4. They readily close the placenta and play an important role in protecting the developing fetus. So this hemoglobin, that is IgG, what they do? IgG1, 3 and 4, they actually close the placenta and helps to protect the developing fetus. The IgG3 is the most effective complement activator, followed by IgG1, and IgG2 is less efficient, and Ig4 is not able to activate the complement at all. Ig1 and Ig3 bind with a high affinity to Fc receptor on the phagocytic cells and thus mediate opsonization. What is the meaning of opsonization? Means high affinity towards the Fc regions. Ig4 has an intermediate affinity for Fc receptor and Ig2 has an extremely low affinity. So here my Ig1 and Ig3, they have very high affinity to attach to the Fc receptor of the phagocytic cells, that is my hemoglobins or my antibodies, or the B cells and T cells, and hence what they do, they have a very high affinity to attract to the foreign particle, to the foreign antigens which are entering the body, and hence ultimately kill them. So I hope you understood what is ADCC as well as what are hemoglobins and the different types of IgG, IG1, IG2, IG3 and IG4.